What is this? The HRE in Iceland? Oh wait, no, it's actually the HRE everywhere. Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we are asking the question, what if Europe was a country? Or what if Europe was a nation? So pretty much what I've done is I pretty much made the Holy Roman Empire have the European borders. They're not 100% accurate because to make them 100% accurate, it would require way more time than I'm willing to put in. I already spent like a good hour or two making this map here, so I was like, this is good enough. So we have the HRE with the borders, and to be honest, I'm not sure what will happen, but if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I do other CK3 content, a whole bunch of other things, and I'll probably start live streaming too. We are going to see what they end up doing. I decided to convert them all to Catholic. I don't know if it actually went through, but this is going to be very interesting. We did the same thing with Africa a little bit ago, but the big problem is they usually blow up. I do not know if the HRE is going to be able to keep this together. He has a lot of territory under his belt that he's going to have to divvy out, and I'm not sure if he's going to be able to keep it all together. So it is going to be quite interesting to see him try to keep this together, but hopefully he can, and we just have to go ahead and see what happens. Well, I gotta say right away, it looks like they do not want to be a country. It is currently, there are a ton of rebellions, there are people going for independence, there are people going for claims such as Kingdom of Sweden and Kingdom of England. We will have to see if they are going to be able to keep this. The HRE might take a while, they might collapse a little bit, but as long as they retain most of their land, they should be good. So hopefully the HRE can keep it together. I have to give credit where credit is due. Almost every civil war is done besides a peasant uprising, and this is all the land that the HRE lost. So there's little dots everywhere that they lost, but in reality they kept most of their power, so there's a chance that the HRE might be able to do something here. It's actually quite interesting that they were able to retain this much power after all those civil wars. I think they're able, if they handle it for a couple more years, they might actually be able to take all this territory back and just keep on expanding. One thing that we do have to remember is the Mongol invasion. That will be interesting. There has been a big pause in civil wars. I think this is pretty much all the civil wars for now, and really the biggest chunks that they lost were Finland and down here in the Iberian Peninsula. But besides that, I really don't think they lost that much, and I think after a whole bunch of years they might be able to recuperate some of this back and then expand further. So far it looks like this is going quite well. In our African run, it was horrible, literally, like this country blew up immediately, but to be honest, the Holy Roman Europe, they're looking pretty good. They're not doing, or Holy Europe Empire is doing pretty good. So we're at the year 1100, and I gotta say, they actually stay intact, and we're actually grabbing some pieces in Africa, so hopefully we can see them keep expanding. I don't think this is them, no it's not. But they grabbed 2 pieces in Africa, so hopefully, I think they've also grabbed some borders over here, so this is going to be interesting to watch. Something has gone wrong. I looked away for about like 5 seconds, and I looked back, and now we have this Hispania and Francia and the HRE. I'm actually not really sure how this happened. Our ruler didn't die, and there's no truces. I don't know what happened, but I don't know what happened at all. So now we have 3 large kingdoms in Europe, and let's see what happens now because of this. Well, it's gone from bad to worse to absolutely awful. Yeah, so a lot of people now have their independences, like Novgorod, Hispania, Francia, and now the HRE all together. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of a time-lapse segment here. I'm pretty sure for the most part things can still be recovered because a lot of these people have claims on all of these titles still. So I still think there's a chance for someone to bring it back, but it's going to take a lot of effort. I know if I was a player, I could take it back. I don't know how the AI is going to do with all these claims and stuff. Hopefully they're able to recover and get all this back. I think actually it broke away from succession laws. I think that's actually what made it split apart. I don't have much hope anymore. Francia has the HRE and Francia Empire title, but besides that, everything is gone. It is all but unholy. There's no hope anymore. So really, we got Francia left. They have a lot of the territory left, but for the most part, it's kind of a worse game of CK3. England is kind of united, but hopefully Francia can do something. I think the rest is going to be a time lapse, and we're going to see what happens in big future if this makes a change or not. But hopefully, if Francia wins, I'm calling it work. But otherwise, this was a big fail. It just blows up. Europe does not want to be united as a nation. That's all I can say. We are past the Mongolian invasion, and I just have to say, I can't tell I did anything different in this game. The only thing that looks different than normal is there's Britannia, and there's Sweden, Scandinavia, and maybe Francia up here. But besides that, this looks completely weird and kind of normal. So I guess in conclusion, nothing will happen if you make Europe a country in CK3. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing. I'm still gonna let it run for probably a good another 8 hours and see if anything else changes. I'll look back to see if anything's different, but it might just be a time lapse for the rest of this video. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of the time lapse. did Europe technically conquer the world? No. Was this a lot more interesting game? I would say yes. I would say the Byzantines aren't here, and they didn't conquer everything. I think it made for a much more interesting game looking back at it. So, was this a success? The Byzantines gone? I would say yes. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, check out some of my other content. I do time lapses, I do let's plays, I do challenges, I do a whole bunch of stuff. So if you liked it, check out some of these videos on the screen now, some playlists, and thank you for supporting the channel. I actually appreciate it. I couldn't do it without you. See you later, have a good one, and have a great rest of your day.